Welcome back. Breeding and raising cattle sometimes seems more like an art than a science, but many producers are using new technologies that help them gather essential genetic information to develop and improve the quality of their current and future herds. Cattleman and Cattleman reporter Dave Russell has more from Southwest Nebraska.
I love just being my own boss. I love working with animals. I've always enjoyed working with animals, cattle, horses, my crazy dog. I just love it all.
Ron Hoffman has a commercial bred heifer development operation in western Nebraska. Over the years, he built a strong reputation for managing and developing heifers. But Ron felt he could go further and recently turned to DNA technology through the identity profile for replacement heifers.
Without that, I was taking the heifers as far as I could get them with the management, as far as feed, as far as mineral, as far as breeding, having the low birth weight bulls. But with this tool, I can go further because I know more about the animals. It's in their genetics. It takes a lot of the risk out of buying a heifer. That's one of the big things that you get when you buy a heifer that you don't know a lot about. You don't know what you're getting, and if we can eliminate that unsurety for our customers, our heifers will be worth more.
He was looking for more. He was looking to identify greater opportunities to improve his customers' success, and for me to be a part of that and helping him do that is really going to be very gratifying.
The identity profile allows producers to evaluate traits that were previously expensive or difficult to measure, especially in young animals. Without this information, a producer's herd genetics may actually be pointing in the wrong direction, and producers like Ron are convinced of its importance in helping reach their goals faster.
Take the guesswork out of it. Know what you're doing. Know what you're getting. Know where you can take your herd. I watched my mom and dad struggle for probably 40 years to build a cow herd. And they had so many missteps and sidesteps with different bulls that maybe didn't work out like they thought they would, or for whatever reason. And they got there, but with using the identity profile, you can take a cow herd where you want it to be in the lifetime of a cow and not in the lifetime of a rancher.
Commercial producers can use the inside information from the identity profile for replacement heifers to make more confident purchasing decisions and select replacement heifers with more confidence.
Oftentimes, many of these heifers that we either purchase as potential replacement heifers, we know very little about them other than potentially their source. So this gives us a very cost-effective tool that we can evaluate a number of these traits that are really important to commercial operations profitability. Traits like average daily gain, stayability, maternal calving ease, tenderness, and percent choice.
If we can both identify the very high profiling animals and also the low profiling animals, we can better fit the different heifers to our different customers and their end goals, and how they sell their cattle, how they market their cattle. And that's the whole thing, is to try and better serve our customers. Our repeat buyers are the backbone of our business, and so the better we can do those, treat those people, the better we can do.
The identity profile offers inside information in that it is information that is not affected by the age of the animal. It's not affected by the nutrition, the plane of nutrition, the management of that animal. It's really looking at the genetic potential that animal possesses. And that information, because it's not time sensitive, whenever we can collect that information, it allows you to, as a commercial producer, to employ whatever strategies for your benefit.
Welcome back. Let's return to reporter Dave Russell in Southwest Nebraska, who's learning more about the advantages of DNA technology.
fired.
Collecting each animal's DNA for the identity profile is a quick and simple procedure that can be done during regular processing.
In the fall, we get the calves in, and then we, in our normal processing, we run them through then and give them their booster shots probably 6 weeks after we get them. Give them their booster shots and bangs vaccination, and then at that time is when we collected the DNA sample. We used the three-piece tag, and so it was very convenient. It was no more times through the chute or anything else. It was just a matter of clicking a tag and recording the data, the number, so it was really painless.
It is just another tool in your selection toolbox, in your management toolbox, or in your marketing toolbox. But with that information, really the investment that you make in this information, if you spread it out over the cost of maybe per calf sired by a bull, it really comes down to literally pennies what the investment is and the amount of genetic improvement that you can make based on that investment.
I think one of the biggest things in my operation with supplying heifers to people is not only identifying the really top end heifers, but also identifying heifers that should not be a replacement heifer. They may look like they should be, but they may not really be. And they might be a heifer that's going to have a high probability of coming up open in a few years, and that's the biggest downfall in any ranch is an open female. That's a no-no. That's an economic disaster. And so if we can identify those that have those traits, that's a big help to our customers. That makes a big impact on their bottom line.
Igenity works with producers, gathering the samples and then interpreting the profile results, while helping the producer make more confident decisions.
The thing that I really enjoy about my job is really learning what individual goals an operation, a producer has, and helping them apply this DNA, this identity profile to their operation, so they can make genetic progress or assist in marketing, whatever their goals may be. We can help them. With this additional information, you have the opportunity to tailor your genetic program for potentially different markets that may come up into the future. You don't have to be focused on one particular aspect of your operation. You may be able to break your operation into a couple of different categories, market your animals in a couple of different ways. Certainly that's going to depend on the size and the scope of the operation. But again, the thing that I really appreciate about the Igenity profile is that it's information that's not influenced by environment. It's not influenced by nutrition or the animal's health. It's information from its DNA. It's genetic potential that you're looking at and that you can have the opportunity to manage.
In the meantime, Ron says he's already getting a positive response from his customers about the Igenity profile.
In a word, anticipation. We've talked about it with our repeat buyers, and that we're going to be profiling their herds this fall, so that we know we'll build their ideal heifer, what they want for their herd, and how they feel it'll best fit their breeding program, and then we will be able to fit our heifers into the heifers that fit that profile. Will be their heifers, and so they're really excited about it.
It helps us choose the right animals for the right producers for the right situation.
Reporting from Bayard, Nebraska, I'm Dave Russell for NCBA's Cattleman to Cattleman.
Commercial producers who breed their own heifers can also use the Igenity profile in their replacement heifer selection decisions to improve their herd's genetic potential. Now, for more information about the comprehensive Igenity profile, just visit our website at cattlemantocattleman.org. Stay with us.